In a world of constant noise and emotional traps, discover the ancient art of indifference and learn to cultivate an unshakable mind that nothing and no one can control. Every little comment, every small setback, if it all gets under your skin, you're giving away your power. The truth is, the most unshakable people don't have fewer problems. They've just mastered how they react. Imagine walking through life unfazed. No more overthinking, no more emotional outbursts, just complete control. In this journey, I'll teach you how to train your mind to act as if nothing bothers you, so you stop feeling trapped by your emotions and start owning them instead. Because once you master this skill, nothing and no one will ever have control over you again. Life is filled with noise, people's opinions, daily frustrations, unexpected setbacks. The world is relentless in its ability to throw distractions, criticisms, and roadblocks in your path. But what if I told you that true strength comes from mastering the art of indifference? Imagine walking through a storm without flinching. This is what it means to act as if nothing bothers you. The key? Learning to detach your emotions from external circumstances. When you allow external events to dictate your mood, you become a puppet to forces beyond your control. But when you train your mind to remain unmoved, you become the master of your destiny. The world respects those who remain calm in chaos, who don't crumble under pressure. When you embody this mindset, you command authority without saying a word. Think of the most influential individuals in history. Their strength was not in their ability to argue or fight back, but in their ability to remain unaffected. Control the mind, and you control your reality. Imagine a scenario where someone insults you in public. The natural response for most is anger. But what happens when you simply smile and walk away? You rob the instigator of their power. The same applies to failures and setbacks. Those who understand the power of indifference see failure as nothing more than data, a learning experience, a stepping stone. How do you cultivate this level of control? It begins with training your mind daily. Practice the habit of pausing before reacting. Another crucial element is visualization. See yourself as someone who moves through life unaffected. Let people wonder why you're not rattled. Because when you show that nothing bothers you, you control the game. True power is not about domination or aggression. It is about presence. A presence so strong that it doesn't need to prove itself. Emotional detachment isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about controlling them. Picture this. You're in a heated argument. Do you react or do you smile unaffected, knowing their words hold no weight unless you give them power? Emotional detachment is about refusing to hand over your peace to external forces. It's about understanding that your inner world is sacred, untouchable. Consider the story of a man who lost everything. Most would drown in despair, but not him. He saw the failure as a lesson, not a tragedy. A major reason people fail to achieve their goals is emotional turbulence. They let fear, doubt, and frustration control them. But those who master detachment understand that emotions are just fleeting sensations. Training yourself to be emotionally detached does not mean you become cold or indifferent. It means you no longer allow external forces to dictate your internal state. Your emotions serve you, not the other way around. To develop this mindset, practice stepping back in emotionally charged situations. Observe your feelings. Ask yourself, does this affect my life in any meaningful way? Detachment also comes from having a clear purpose. When you have a strong vision, petty distractions no longer shake you. While others panic, you remain calm. While others react, you respond. And in doing so, you gain an advantage that few ever will. We're conditioned to believe we must care about everything: people's opinions, their validation, their judgments. But true freedom comes when you realize that most things simply don't matter. Ask, will this matter in 5 years? If not, let it go. Indifference doesn't mean apathy. It means prioritization. It means recognizing that your energy is finite and choosing to invest it in what truly deserves your focus. Think of the people you admire most. They are the ones who stand firm, unshaken by the noise of the world. They know who they are. Consider a scenario where someone criticizes you unfairly. The weak-minded immediately react. The strong, however, remain calm. By not reacting, they maintain control. Those who achieve greatness are not those who waste their energy on trivial concerns. They are laser-focused on their goals. Start by evaluating your reactions. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? More often than not, the answer will be no. When you have a strong foundation of self-worth, The opinions and judgments of others lose their grip on you. You become untouchable. True power lies not in seeking approval, but in being unmoved by rejection. It is found in the ability to walk away from what drains you. Seeking approval is a trap. It places your happiness in the hands of others, making you dependent on their validation. No one's opinion of you should outweigh your own. True confidence isn't given. It's built through self-reliance, through knowing that you don't need anyone's permission to be yourself. Think about the most magnetic individuals. They don't beg for approval. They own who they are, flaws and all. The need for approval is rooted in fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of standing alone. Freedom comes when you release the need to be liked by everyone. It's an illusion to think that universal approval is even possible. Consider the people who changed the world. They were not concerned with fitting in. They were driven by vision, by purpose. Learn to validate yourself. Acknowledge your own progress. When you start recognizing your own worth, external approval becomes irrelevant. Detaching from validation does not mean becoming arrogant. It means standing firm in who you are. The moment you stop seeking validation is the moment you start living freely. You move through life with authenticity, with boldness. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will support you, and that's okay. The ones who matter will respect you, not because you seek their approval, but because you don't need it. Criticism is inevitable, but how you handle it defines your strength. Most people crumble at the first sign of disapproval, but criticism is nothing more than words, opinions. The strongest individuals don't let criticism shake them. They assess it with a clear mind, take what's useful, and discard the rest. Imagine a sculptor working on a masterpiece. Does he abandon his vision because of a few negative voices? No, he continues, filtering out the noise. When someone criticizes you, ask yourself, does this person have the experience or credibility to judge me? If they do, consider their words. If they don't, move on. Criticism is a test of emotional resilience. Weak-minded individuals react impulsively. The strong remain unmoved. When you respond to criticism with calm and indifference, you show the world that your confidence is unshakable. The great minds of history faced relentless criticism. Their ability to stand firm in the face of doubt is what set them apart. Practice detachment. The next time someone criticizes you, pause. Don't react immediately. Instead, analyze. When you truly believe in your path, external opinions lose their grip on you. Confidence comes from within. True power lies in the ability to hear criticism, evaluate it rationally, and move forward without losing focus.
Pressure exposes people. Some break, some fold. But the strong, they remain unshaken. Why? Because they prepare their minds before the storm arrives. The secret is to detach from the need for control. Not everything will go according to plan. You do not react emotionally. You respond with strategy. Most people crack under pressure because they resist reality. But those who train themselves to embrace uncertainty, they adapt. Think of a seasoned warrior. He does not enter battle expecting an easy fight. He expects resistance, yet he remains composed. The world will test you. It will throw stress, failure, and doubt your way. But if you have trained yourself to be composed under pressure, nothing will shake you. There is power in mastering control, not over external events, but over yourself. When you no longer need things to go perfectly, you become unstoppable. Think of the greatest leaders. They do not flinch in chaos. They exude calmness, certainty, and control. This is what makes them stand out. Build this level of control by shifting your perspective on pressure. See it as a game, a test of your discipline. Another essential practice is preparation. Mentally rehearse worst-case scenarios. Condition your mind to remain steady under stress. While others panic, you will breathe. While others react, you will calculate. And when the storm passes, you will still be standing, untouched, unshaken, unbreakable. Suffering often comes from attachment to outcomes, to expectations, to things outside of our control. We grip tightly to what we think should happen. Picture a river. Water flows around obstacles, never resisting, never fighting. It adapts. That's how you must approach life. The job offer that never came, the person who walked away, the setback you didn't anticipate. You can either resist and suffer, or you can adapt and move forward. Letting go is not about giving up. It is about shifting your focus to what you can control. Clinging to expectations makes you fragile. Think of the strongest people you know. They are not the ones who fight against the inevitable. They have mastered detachment, not from life, but from the illusion of control. Most people spend their energy trying to force outcomes. Strength comes from being adaptable. The key to letting go is awareness. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, release it. Detachment is a skill. It requires practice. Start small. Observe how freeing it feels to not react. The moment you choose to let go of what you can't control, you become untouchable. They wonder how you do it, why nothing seems to disturb your composure. The truth is, you have simply mastered the art of letting go. So stop resisting, accept what is, adapt to what comes. In a world obsessed with noise, silence is a weapon. Most people talk to fill space, to gain validation. But the most powerful individuals, they don't speak unnecessarily. They listen, they observe, they calculate. And when they finally speak, every word carries weight. Silence makes people uncomfortable. In a conversation, the one who speaks less holds more control. Words reveal, but silence conceals. Imagine being in a negotiation. Instead of reacting, you pause. You let silence stretch. The longer you wait, the more unsettled they become. The same principle applies in everyday interactions. The next time someone insults you, stay silent. When you give them nothing, they lose power over you. Silence is also a tool for observation. When you talk less, you notice more. You see the hesitation in someone's voice, the nervous shift in their posture. There is a reason the world's most influential figures are not the loudest in the room. They understand that speaking less does not mean knowing less. To cultivate power through silence, start practicing restraint. Listen more than you talk. Let others reveal themselves first. Embrace silence in moments of high emotion. When you're angry, stay silent. The ability to control your speech in intense situations is the ultimate demonstration of discipline. Powerful people are not reactive. They understand that silence can be a response in itself. A pause can say more than a sentence. In a world where everyone is desperate to be heard, the one who speaks the least often holds the most influence. Master silence, and you master control. Your mind is your battlefield. The thoughts you allow in will determine whether you win or lose. The strongest individuals are not those who never experience negative thoughts, but those who refuse to be controlled by them. Just as the body grows stronger through repeated resistance, the mind becomes resilient through daily training. Every day, you must train yourself to be unfazed. Most people are slaves to their emotions, reacting impulsively. But the ones who control their minds, they control everything. This is how warriors think. This is how leaders operate. They move through life with a sense of purpose, a deep-rooted calm that others cannot comprehend. Mental strength is built in the small, everyday moments. It is in waking up early. It is in choosing to stay silent. It is in pushing forward when everything in you wants to quit. One of the most powerful mental habits you can develop is detachment. When you learn to separate yourself from emotions, from outcomes, you gain an advantage. Imagine a storm. Most people get caught in the winds, but those with unshakable minds, they stand still, grounded, letting the storm pass around them. Another crucial element of mental training is discipline. The mind will always seek comfort, but discipline rewires the mind. Start small. Commit to habits that reinforce your mental strength. Over time, these small acts build into something powerful, an unshakable mind. The world will test you, people will challenge you, life will throw obstacles in your path, but the moment you master your mind, nothing external can shake you. You will move through life with a level of confidence, control, and power that few ever achieve. And when others ask how you remain so steady, so unbothered, you will know the answer. You trained for this, you built this, and nothing can take it from you. Real power moves in silence. It doesn't seek attention, it doesn't need validation. It simply acts and lets the results speak for themselves. The loudest people in the room are often the weakest. The strongest, they move quietly, strategically, with precision. If you want to be respected, stop announcing your plans. Just do the work. Success is not built through words, it is built through action. The more you talk, the more you invite scrutiny. But when you work in silence, no one sees you coming. And by the time they notice, it's too late. There's a reason why the most influential figures in history were not the ones constantly talking about their next move. They understood that power is not in promises, it is in execution. Develop the discipline to keep your ambitions private. Work relentlessly, but do not seek applause. The less they know, the more control you have. Silence is not passive, it is strategy. It forces people to fill in the gaps, to speculate, and in that uncertainty, you gain power. When you do speak, your words carry weight. People listen, not because you demand attention, but because they know you don't waste words. In a world where everyone is desperate to be noticed, be the one who doesn't seek recognition. While others chase attention, you chase mastery. If you feel the urge to explain your plans, resist it. If you feel the need to prove yourself, hold back. Let your results do it for you. The moment you stop feeding external validation, you'll notice something. People will start paying attention. They will wonder how you did it. And that's when you'll know you've truly mastered the game. Not because you told the world, but because you showed it without saying a word.